Do you know the #1 branding mistake hurting your ability to get leads and convert them into paying and loyal customers? If not, this video is for you. Hey, welcome back. My name is Monte, online fitness expert dedicated to helping you scale your business to either your first 6 figures or your first 7 figures. And today we're going to talk about branding. This is a conversation we have at our 7-figure masterminds, and I love throwing it out to the audience and asking them, hey, what's your definition of branding? I'd love to know, by the way. Comment below, what do you think branding is? What do you think it's not? Let's get a cool conversation going below. And I've got a really simple definition of branding, which I'll share in just a second. And I never thought that branding was actually all that important. As a direct response marketer since 2006, in fact, I was one of those guys that laughed at companies that said, oh, it's all about branding. We did everything direct response style, like infomercial style, where we'd have long form sales pages. Everything was based on a hook, a headline, then a lead, and then a problem, and then you'd agitate it, and then the solution, and then an offer, and then a killer guarantee, essentially an infomercial. All right, so that's what's called direct response marketing. And many direct response marketers would argue, many years ago, that branding doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't matter how you're perceived in the marketplace. It doesn't matter who you are, what you've done for the marketplace. You just have to have an offer. And now we're in 2019, and man, I regret that I said that back then. In fact, you didn't have to be a brand, but I think if I had built more branding into what I was doing, my business would have been much bigger. I'll just be completely transparent, and I believe that anybody that is not taking branding seriously is going to get left behind, and we're going to share why in this video. So if you're a business owner, you have 3 options when it comes to what kind of brand am I going to build. All right, you can build a corporate brand, a non-personality based brand, and a personality based brand. Let's just touch on each of those really quickly. A corporate brand is typically the brand that makes the most money, but it takes the longest time to build. It's like your Nike, your Apple, your Amazon, your Google, your Starbucks, all right? Very successful, massive brands, but they take a long time to build. All right, then you've got your non-personality based brands. These are individuals who I've essentially described who would be sort of direct response marketers. There's no face to the brand. It's just an offer. It's a product. And the problem with this is that you're literally competing on price. All right. Your only advantage is maybe some form of sizzle, a part of your product. A new hook, a bigger promise. And the problem with this is that it's not sustainable, because you always got to go bigger or cheaper. And eventually the marketplace just gets tired of it. And while it's one thing to get the first sale, you're gonna have a very hard time getting the second sale, because there's no face, right? You're just pitching programs or products, and people aren't actually connecting with the person on the other side. Does this make sense? So this is why direct response marketers can make a lot of money, but then they have to create another product, and then another product, and then another product, and a bigger claim, and a longer infomercial, and a longer sales page, and more, sizzle. I've been in this world. I've got a lot of friends who do this, and while there can be a lot of income attached to it, it's not very fulfilling. And it's all about numbers and headlines and split testing and how cheap can we get this, and it's really just a machine, and you really are just stripping the heart out of the entire business. I don't think that's what you want. The third type of brand is a personality-based brand. All right, and a personality-based brand is the fastest way to make money. All right, let's look at a couple of examples. Kylie Jenner, 21 years old, and the girl is the first self-made 21-year-old billionaire, completely built around who she is. You look at Dollar Shave Club, one video. Dollar Shave Club, have you seen this video? Dollar Shave Club, they sold for $1 billion within 1 year off of one viral video made by the CEO of the company. You've probably seen this video, right? Let's look at this guy, Psy. You guys know who this guy is? Gangnam Style, remember that? Well, that guy became famous with one single video. These are examples of personal brands. Like, you cannot achieve these kind of numbers doing a corporate brand or doing a non-personality based brand. All right, the fastest way to income is being a personality based brand. Does that make sense? So the big takeaway for you, and this is the biggest branding mistake that I see, all right, coming to the title of our video here today, is that you're too focused on selling what you do and not who you are. All right, you're too obsessed about how your product's unique and what's different about it. And let's just be honest, there's nothing special about your product, all right? There's nothing new out there, all right? There's spins on everything, but at the end of the day, guess what? People are buying you. People are deciding whether they want to invest into your product because they trust you. They like your story. They like what you believe in. You've produced results in advance for them. They like your outlook on life. Maybe you're a family man or a mummy, and they really resonate that you've done this because you've got kids. Or maybe you're a person of faith. Or maybe you're very vocal about a certain subject matter and you've taken a stance against a villain in the marketplace. And that's why they're buying you. Does this make sense? And I think today, I mean, you look at different platforms like ClickFunnels. Russell Brunson, bless his heart, ClickFunnels. He's created done-for-you templates on how to create sales pages. So, you know, if you're building a brand around just an offer, I mean, heck, you could create this killer offer. You could, hire the best copywriter in the world, go to the best mastermind, brainstorm this killer idea, and then create this amazing headline and everything that goes into making a high converting offer, put it on ClickFunnels, and guess what? Some dude could come, find your site, and literally in 2 clicks, swipe your entire page. Boom. He's just completely ripped off all your hard work just like that. And this is the problem if you're trying to build your brand around just an offer. You see what I'm saying? And now you've got Facebook showing everybody else's ads. You can find your competitors' ads. I mean, you can see what we're putting out there. If you're seeing my ads run all the time, you could come and see everything we're putting money behind, and you can reverse engineer everything we're doing and say, I'm just gonna orchestrate what Vince has done or what your number one competitor is doing. So there's nothing new. So what you have to ask yourself is, what is something I can create that people can't copy? What can you do that people can't copy? And this is where I need you to start thinking. How can you differentiate yourself? All right, because the only thing that's scalable is you, because nobody can copy you. All right, and this is why brands that copy other brands never are nearly as successful, because they're not innovating. They're always a couple steps behind, and this requires you to take a step back, and this is what we do with all of our mastermind members when they come into our coaching program. We really enforce this belief that if you don't show up differently, you don't show up at all. So for me, how do I stand out from all the other fitness business coaches out there? Well, there's a couple things I want people to know about me. I want people to know that I'm a Christian, that I'm a man of faith, all right? I put that into my Instagram stories, all right? 2, I want people to know that I'm a family man. I've built a 7-figure business and have sustained it for over a decade by also having a family, where many entrepreneurs, you know, they kick the family to the curb and they've got a big bank account, but they don't have any real relationships. All right, also, I want people to know that I've already done this. You know, I'm not a new kid on the block who's teaching business, who's never built his own business. I've had a 7-figure business for over a decade in another highly competitive space, helping skinny guys build muscle. So I want people to know that, all right? This is how I stand out differently. So why did I just tell you those 3 things? Well, let's use an example. I want people to know that I'm a man of faith because, heck, I remember we had 2 guys interested in our coaching program, and they're dating guys, young guys, good kids, they're kind of lost, or, they're teaching everybody else how to pick up girls using stupid techniques. And I've actually asked my wife, I'm like, would this stuff actually work on anybody? And she goes, it'd work on certain girls. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyways, these guys were interested in me helping them, but they didn't think that I would be the right business coach for them because I wouldn't approve of their actual things they're teaching. And that's good. That's a good thing because I don't want to waste their time. And I don't want them to feel like I'm judging them, which I wouldn't, but it wouldn't probably be a good fit, right? So what's important is that people get to know who you are, because if you don't give them the opportunity to hate you and not like you, you won't create an equal opportunity for them to love you. All right, does that make sense? So it's okay to polarize. So you have to think about what's unique about me that will polarize some, but will attract others. Joe Polish has a great saying, to monetize, you have to polarize, all right? And then when people come into your world, they're gonna see that you stand for something, and that's how they're gonna get behind your mission and behind your cause, all right? And this is what's not something people can rip off. People cannot rip you off, all right? Nobody can be Vince, all right? So this is what I want you to really think about, and I want you to walk away from this video with, how can I differentiate myself, not based on just what I do, but who am I? What am I not telling people? What story do I need to share? All right. What part of my life do I need to reveal? And I know some of you are starting to think, I actually have to do this. I have to actually start revealing more about myself. Unfortunately, yes. But guess what? It's the only way to build this brand, because this is the fastest way, and people are now buying coaches. People are not buying coaching because your information is a commodity. There's nothing new that you're teaching, and if you don't embrace this business, this online business is not for you. All right, so hey, I just want to encourage you that there's plenty of room for you if you're willing to build a personality-based brand. All right, there's almost 8 billion people in the world. All right, you only need about 100 true fans. And if you get to build a multi-6-figure business, if you get 1,000 true fans, you could build a 7-figure, multi-7-figure business. This is the opportunity that you have. So just to wrap up this video, I said at the start I would share what is branding. I love this definition. I forget who said it. It's out of a popular book. And the female author says, branding is a promise repeated over and over and over. Isn't that great? And if you look at some of the most successful brands here on YouTube, let's just use I think the biggest fitness channel at the moment, Jeff Cavaliere, Athlete X. He's been preaching the same message for over a decade. If you want to look like an athlete, you've got to train like an athlete. Isn't that simple? And that's what you need to embrace. One elegant idea, a promise. And every time you do your YouTube video, keep delivering on that promise over and over and over, and make sure people are connecting with who you are, not just what you do. All right, and this is what will set you apart. If you're ready to discuss how to apply branding to your business, then let's set up a call. You can schedule it right now. Go to callwithvince.ca. There's a link in the description, likely one on the screen here, and schedule that call. Show up for it, and you'll speak to one of my coaches or myself, and we'll brainstorm how to apply this to what you're doing, regardless of whether you're a beginner or you're already crushing it and you want to add more speed. We'll figure out what steps do you need to take, what are you missing, what can we do better so that we get more income, more impact, and ultimately more independence over time. I'm Vince Del Monte, the creator of the 7-Figure Mastermind, dedicated to fitness experts who want to scale their business. Thank you for watching. Let me know how I can help you in an upcoming video by dropping what you need in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.